Hi, my name is Kenneth. I'm one of the technical consultants here at Mozenda, and the purpose of this video is to go over Mozenda's REST API. What we're going to go over is what exactly the REST API is and how to use the REST API in Mozenda. The word API stands for Application Programming Interface. An API is just a software intermediary that allows two applications to talk to each other. Since data is not tied to methods and resources, the REST API has the ability to handle multiple types of calls, return different data formats, and even change structurally. Mozenda's API allows you to connect to your account and automate your processes. So the way it works is it connects to your account by sending a HTTP request with variables or parameters that interact with the Mozenda system. When using the API, you must have a web service key. So all users with a paid account are given a web service key. And if you have any questions about how to generate your web service key, please visit our help center. So right now we're going to go over an example of how to generate an API request. In this example, we're going to generate a request that will run an agent, a specific agent within an account. So the first thing you need to do with generating an API request is you need to use the base URL. So for Mozenda, the base URL looks like the following. The next step is you need to add your web service key. So like I said, this is unique for every user, every paid user. And so this will look like the following. The third step is we need to add the service parameter that identifies the version of the API being used. So the only current value for Mozenda is Mozenda 10, and it looks like the following. So after we've added our service parameter, we're now going to look at adding the operation parameter. So this is the last parameter we need to add. So the operation parameter is basically what tells the API what you're wanting to do, whether it's run an agent or view a collection or publish data or do whatever you want to do. This is where you're going to put your parameter in. In this case, we're going to just do an agent.run parameter that's going to tell a specific agent in our account to run. So once I have put in my operation parameter, I can now run this API call. So all I'm going to do is select enter and it will run it. Now this will return a response for the operation you've specified. Now to go over just a couple things to remember with the API, some key terminology, is that the word collection, so we need to remember what a collection is. A collection is the location where data is stored in your Mozenda account. Job. So a job is a process of your agent running. And then finally, view. So a view is a filter or a way of viewing data in a collection. So for any questions about Mozenda's API and what it can do, I encourage you to go to www.mozenda.com/API. Here it will give you a list of all the calls that you can use for your Mozenda account. As always, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to our support team. That about wraps up our Mozenda API. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.